first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Drive starts with a run from Gskillz. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gibbs straight ahead. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 43 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
2nd and 6. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30 as they've got it as we resume action. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Here's Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Purdy to throw it on first down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mike Evans from 17 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 23, here's 2nd down at a yard. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down and a little more than a yard here. The give right side for Gibbs. And they'll get this down to the 10. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
They'll run with Gibbs. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to move back in front.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Hand off now to Gibbs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
And the 49ers going to take another timeout
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Gibbs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now they'll run it with Gibbs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd and 7 from the 20. And Gibbs has it, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's second down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Switch up, switch up. Hurt. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check smash.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, Purdy buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Gano the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to... And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
26 Mike. Let's go one more. Check 13.
Throwing here, Purdy. Flush to his right. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike. You get off the field. Slam. Sponge. No.
Purdy. And his throw here is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Now run by Gibbs. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Off play action. Here's Goff. To the right side and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Purdy now on second down.
Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On first down, it's Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Play action, now Purdy.
Steps away to his left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Back to throw, Purdy.
He'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
McCaffrey.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Watch the twist.
Again, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Now receiver in motion left.
Check 31, check 31.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this time he is in.
Christian McCaffrey
punching it in from a yard away.
And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is gone.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's gone.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Forced out to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Purdy off the play fake. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 31's the mic. Let him know. Check. Tight dog.
Purdy now to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Watch out.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around. Now back to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They go play action here. Purdy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
You. Listen. Tighten up. Five.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Bates' kick is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught. Here's first down. Purdy to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be stopped at his tracks right at the 33.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's first and 10. Purdy completes this one here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here comes second down at 5. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Purdy tosses out wide, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Purdy to throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
To throw is Purdy. And he is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's second and 10. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And they have
secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.